Imagine a cosmic intruder, shaped like a cigar, hurtling through our solar system at 196,000 miles per hour. This isn't science fiction. It's Oumuamua, and it's changing everything we thought we knew about our cosmic neighborhood.
Whoa, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. What exactly is Oumuamua, and why is it so special?
Well, Oumuamua is the first confirmed interstellar object ever observed passing through our solar system. Discovered in 2017, it's essentially a cosmic messenger from another star system. Its name is Hawaiian for scout, or messenger from afar, and it's living up to that moniker in a big way.
An interstellar visitor? That's fascinating. What makes scientists so sure it's not just some weird object from the outer reaches of our own solar system?
Great question. It's all about the way Oumuamua moves. Its speed and trajectory showed that it wasn't bound by our sun's gravity. It was just passing through, like a cosmic tourist on a flyby. And get this, it's shaped like a cigar, about 400 meters long and incredibly thin. We're talking 10 times as long as it is wide.
That's an unusual shape for a space rock, isn't it? I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that before in our solar system.
You're absolutely right. It's completely different from the asteroids and comets we're used to seeing. And here's another mind-bending fact. Its surface is reddish in color, which suggests it's been exposed to cosmic radiation for millions of years. That's much longer than objects in our solar system typically experience.
So it's like it's been weathered by deep space? That's incredible. What else can you tell us about its composition?
Well, scientists believe Oumuamua might be a fragment of a planet or comet that originated in another star system. It could have been traveling for hundreds of millions of miles before we spotted it. Imagine the journey this object must have been on.
It's like a message in a bottle, but on a cosmic scale. So, what can we learn from an object like this?
Oh, the potential is enormous. It gives us a unique opportunity to study material from outside our solar system. We can learn about the composition of other planetary systems and how they might differ from our own. It's like getting a free sample of another star's neighborhood delivered right to our doorstep.
That's fascinating. But I have to ask, you mentioned earlier that some people speculated it might be an alien ship. Where did that idea come from?
Yes. The alien ship theory. It mainly stems from Oumuamua's unusual characteristics. Its shape is so different from what we typically see, and its movement was peculiar enough that it got some people's imaginations running wild. Some even suggested it might be a light sail, a type of propulsion system that uses radiation pressure to move through space.
I can see how that might happen. If I saw a cigar-shaped object zipping through space, my first thought might be Spaceship Two. But I'm guessing most scientists aren't buying into that theory.
You're right on the money there. While it's natural for all kinds of theories to pop up when dealing with something so unprecedented, most scientists are leaning towards natural explanations. One theory is that it's a type of cosmic iceberg made of frozen hydrogen. This could explain its unusual acceleration as it left our solar system. As the hydrogen evaporated, it could have acted like a natural thruster.
A hydrogen iceberg? That sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel. Are there any other theories floating around?
Indeed there are. Another theory suggests it might be a fragment of a planet that was torn apart by its star's gravitational forces before being flung out into interstellar space. Some scientists have even proposed that it could be a collection of dust particles held together by gravity, which would explain its unusual shape and movement.
It's amazing to think about the journey this object must have been on. Traveling through the void of space for who knows how long, only to briefly pass through our neighborhood. It really puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Our solar system is just a tiny speck in the grand scheme of things. And Oumuamua gave us a brief connection to the vast universe beyond. It's like we've been living on an island, thinking we were isolated, and suddenly we found a message in a bottle from another shore.
So what happens now? Is Oumuamua still in our solar system, or has it moved on to its next cosmic destination?
Unfortunately, Oumuamua has already left our solar system. It was moving so fast that we only had a brief window to observe it. But its discovery has opened up a whole new field of study. Now that we know interstellar objects like this exist and can be detected, astronomers are on high alert for more of them.
So Oumuamua wasn't a one-off event? That's exciting. Have we spotted any other interstellar visitors since then?
As a matter of fact, we have. In 2019, astronomers spotted another interstellar object, a comet named 2I Borisov. Unlike Oumuamua, Borisov looked more like the comets we're familiar with in our solar system. This suggests that interstellar visitors might be more common than we thought. We just needed to know what to look for.
This really changes our understanding of the universe, doesn't it? I mean, if these objects are traveling between star systems, it's like there's a whole cosmic ecosystem out there that we're just beginning to glimpse.
That's a great way to put it. It's forcing us to rethink our assumptions about the isolation of star systems. These interstellar objects could be carrying organic compounds, water, or other building blocks of life between stars. It opens up fascinating possibilities for how life might spread throughout the galaxy.
So what's next? How are scientists planning to study these objects in the future?
Well, there are some really exciting proposals out there. One idea is to create a network of telescopes specifically designed to spot these interstellar objects as early as possible. The earlier we can detect them, the more time we have to study them. Some scientists are even proposing more ambitious projects, like sending a spacecraft to intercept one of these objects.
Wow, that sounds challenging. How would that even work? These objects are moving so fast.
You're right. It would be incredibly challenging. We'd need to detect the object early, then launch a spacecraft capable of catching up to it. It would require new propulsion technologies and a lot of precise calculations. But if we could pull it off, imagine what we could learn. We could get up-close images, maybe even collect samples. It would be like touching a piece of another star system.
That's mind-blowing. To think, just a few years ago, we had no idea these interstellar visitors even existed. And now we're talking about chasing them down.
Exactly. And you know, it's not just about these objects visiting us. There's a good chance that our solar system has been ejecting its own objects into interstellar space for billions of years. Some of those might be passing by other star systems right now, just like Oumuamua passed by ours.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. So parts of Earth could be out there somewhere, floating past alien worlds?
Absolutely. In fact, there's a theory called panspermia that suggests life could spread throughout the galaxy via these interstellar objects. Imagine a chunk of Earth carrying microorganisms, being ejected into space and eventually landing on a distant, habitable world. It's like cosmic pollination.
Now that's a wild idea. But it makes you wonder, could Oumuamua or objects like it be carrying life from other star systems?
It's certainly possible, and it's one of the reasons scientists are so eager to study these objects more closely. If we could capture samples from an interstellar object, we might find organic compounds, or even microscopic life forms. It would be a revolutionary discovery.
This whole conversation is making me look at the night sky in a whole new way. It's not just distant points of light anymore, but a vast interconnected system with all these objects zooming around between the stars.
That's exactly the shift in perspective that Oumuamua has brought about. It's reminding us that space isn't empty. It's full of objects and materials that have been traveling for millions or even billions of years. Every star we see could potentially be sending out its own messages in a bottle across the cosmos.
It's humbling and exciting at the same time. So what do you think the next big discovery in this field might be?
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say we might soon discover an interstellar object that's going to stick around in our solar system for a while. Imagine if we found something that had been captured by Jupiter's gravity, for instance. We'd have years to study it up close.
That would be incredible. It's like the universe would be hand-delivering a sample of another star system right to our cosmic doorstep.
Exactly. And who knows? Maybe someday we'll be able to send our own message out into the cosmos to be discovered by some distant civilization. Until then, we'll keep our eyes on the skies, ready for the next Oumuamua to come zooming by.
Well, I for one can't wait to see what they discover next. This has been absolutely fascinating.
It certainly has. And remember, the next time you look up at the night sky, you're not just seeing stars and planets. You're seeing a vast cosmic highway with interstellar travelers silently passing by. Until next time, keep looking up. You never know what you might see.